Hi, Ben Barrett, Head of Technology at Morningstar within our enterprise group, and I'm co-presenting today with my teammate, Senior Software Engineer, Isis Julian. We're excited to be here at the WeV8 Roadshow in our hometown, in terms of agenda, I'm going to walk through our generative AI journey that we've been on over the last year plus, and some of the creation and evolution of our what we call the Intelligence Engine platform. And then I'm going to pass it over to Isis, and she's going to do a deep dive or drill down on one of the platform features, corpus management, wherein we make heavy use of WeV8. So just a quick primer on Morningstar. We were founded in 1984 by Joe Mansueto. We just had our 40th anniversary. We're a financial data and research company with a mission to empower investor success. And we do this through a variety of products and services for individual investors like you and me, financial advisors, large institutions, etc. So at the beginning of last year, early 2023, much like all of you, we jumped on the Gen AI bandwagon. We had a handful of engineers start playing with large language models and some of our research content, and had some early success. And this, in turn, led to looking at retrieval augmented generation architectures, built atop our robust financial research corpus, which is chock full of long-form analyst and editorial content. As such, we started exploring vector database providers and ultimately selected WeV8 for a variety of reasons. One being just great support from local development all the way through production. Additionally, we really like the flexibility of, as what you saw earlier, some of the multiple deployment options, kind of given the potential landscape of other internal or external client use cases. So we host an investment conference every year in Chicago, where one of the things that we like to do is showcase various experiments. And in April of last year, we introduced our first production Gen AI experiment, Mo, who's a financial research assistant. He made an appearance at the keynote. There was a booth where attendees could interact. But Mo is a digital avatar built atop the first instance of our RAG API, driven by our research corpus embeddings. And frankly, the response was really positive, and the conversation kind of quickly turned into, when are we going to see this in product? So we quickly organized to get Mo into product. And this essentially was the origin story or creation of our Intelligence Engine platform, adding more orchestration around the original RAG architecture. Our research corpus is constantly growing, so we needed to develop a document ingestion pipeline for our various internal research publishing sources. We created a chat interface to easily integrate into an application. And within a few weeks' time, we launched within our individual investor and institutional research products. Now, the second half of last year, it was continued evolution of our Intelligence Engine platform through based on a number of factors. User and subject matter expert feedback. We had new product and internal use cases. And we had ongoing research from one of our internal quantitative research teams on the quality of our overall output. And as such, our suite of platform APIs expanded to support intelligent application management, which included prompt management, custom corpus management, We built our initial agent tools so that we could supplement our responses with more accurate and real-time data. We created an evaluation system, a system to run evaluations for our intelligent applications so that the users of those, the creators of those applications could have more confidence in the accuracy and quality of the output. We continued to enhance the chat interface, allowing it to have a more embedded feel within the applications and other advanced features. And we continued to launch configured integrations across the Morningstar product portfolio. So what have we been up to this year? Well, we did develop an admin interface or a management console on top of our intelligence engine platform APIs, kind of ushering in a new era of self-service. We continue to expand our agent tooling capabilities and composability options of the intelligent applications. We continue to work on the chat interface, adding abilities to do advanced workflows within the integrated applications, and continue to do additional chat interface and API-only integrations across our diversified set of products at Morningstar. In a nutshell, this is the intelligence engine platform at a high level where one can create an app, configure an app, deploy an app, and then continuously monitor the app through various user feedback and running evaluations within the system and tweak it until you get the sort of desired level of output that you want. Now, for the second half of this presentation, we're actually going to drill in on one of those configuration features, which is corpus management, which is the documents and data an app can access. And to do that deep dive, I'm going to bring up Isis.
All right, thanks, Ben. So I'm Isis, and I'll be giving an overview on our corpus management system today. I'll walk through some of the features that we offer on our platform today, how we're leveraging corpuses, and what makes this so impactful for our users. So here we have a couple of screen captures of what that workflow looks like for creating and defining a corpus schema. Today we have a one-to-one mapping of corpuses to Weaviate classes, so we're able to provide those same capabilities of defining properties, their data types, and whether or not to vectorize those properties. So once a user has successfully created a corpus, they're able to upload their documents and that metadata through our UI or our API using their corpus slug. Users don't have to worry about pre-processing their documents or chunking them. So once that document has been uploaded and the ingestion process has completed, users can start querying their corpus, and they can go through our API and use our query endpoint. So that query endpoint is just a wrapper around our Weaviate Python client, and we're able to support keyword search, semantic search, and hybrid search with the option to pass in filters. So this is a great way for our users to explore what's in their corpus and what those document chunks might look like once their corpus is integrated into a RAG application, or how it might function as an out-of-the-box search engine. So let's take a closer look at some of the infrastructure behind our corpus management. So this is a high-level diagram of our ingestion pipeline. And as Ben mentioned earlier, we really needed a solution to automate the ingestion of documents to our main research corpus. Now, this research corpus houses nearly 10,000 of our Morningstar research articles, and that comes down to around 70,000 document chunks in that corpus today. So we really need to make sure that this data was continuously up to date and accurately tagged with the correct metadata. We also wanted a solution that was configurable and scalable so that we could support building additional corpuses. We wanted to use the same automated ingestion so that we can pull documents from other data sources. For example, we have some product support documentation that lives in Salesforce. So we wanted to enable our internal users to quickly build support bots for various products. So whether it's a one-time document upload or some automated sync of documents, they all go through this streamlined ingestion process. So within this process, documents are uploaded to S3 for replicability, then they're queued for ingestion. And once that ingestion pipeline is triggered, those documents are pulled from S3. They're pre-processed and chunked based on that file type. Then they're embedded and stored into Weaviate. Now I'll talk a little bit more about the pre-processing and the chunking strategy in the coming slides. But amazingly, our team was able to build this entire pipeline very quickly with Weaviate's Python client and their model provider integration, so that we could have a seamless implementation and configuration of embedding models. All right, now that I've covered all the ins and outs of building a corpus, I wanted to talk more about how these corpuses are leveraged. So the most predominant use case, and the bread and butter of our intelligence engine platform, is building RAG applications. So through our Management Console UI, users can create a retrieval tool. So you can think of this retrieval tool as giving your AI application a specialized knowledge base so that it can formulate answers backed by those documents in their corpus. And within a retrieval tool, users can configure multiple corpuses, they can filter out content for their app-specific use case, and then they can select a search algorithm. Since we've decoupled these apps from the corpuses, these corpuses can be shared and used across multiple applications. And considering Morningstar is largely a data company, we have enormous amounts of data across the organization, from editorial content to analyst notes. So the ability to share and tailor that same corpus to fit multiple use cases is a game changer. So utilizing Weaviate's support for adding non-vectorized properties, we can tag articles with different metadata so that we can filter out content at query time, allowing for ultimate flexibility. All right, so let's talk about some of the challenges that we faced and how we've managed to improve. The first major area for improvement was having that overall transparency and verifiability when providing answers, and this means citing the sources. We wanted to ensure users that these answers were derived from trusted sources, and we wanted to be able to equip our users with those cited source documents so that they could have further clarification and aid them in their research. Additionally, having this feature helps us have this automated evaluation of groundedness of those generated answers. So we can retroactively pull these cited source documents within our response and then compare them to those answers. Next, we have context-aware chunking. Originally, we had a very primitive chunking strategy where we would chunk all documents by the same tokens, regardless of the nature of the content or that document file type. So this would cause our retrieval process to pull content chunks that were less relevant, or those chunks would contain maybe some loss of continuity and partial sentences. So by dynamically chunking our large documents based on the context, we're able to create more focused segments and then reduce noise and also improve the precision of our answers. I've also listed here filtering of stale content, but I'd like to expand this more so to filtering of any content. By being able to tailor a corpus to that specific purpose of the RAG application that a user is building, we can have a more targeted retrieval, and therefore we have improved answer quality. For example, for our main research assistant, Mo, we might want to filter out those more outdated company reports because we know we want Mo to always refer to the latest information. And then lastly, we have metadata enrichment. And this means really utilizing those vectorized properties. We found that retrieval of relevant content chunks suffers over large sets of unlabeled data. So even auto-generating metadata by leveraging an LLM based on the context, we're able to aid the retrieval process. And this also could make building of corpuses a little bit more scalable by lessening the need for having that manual tagging of thousands of documents. All right, I really wanted to emphasize just how versatile corpuses can be, even beyond RAG applications. So through our Corpus API, users can build very powerful, low latency search engines in minutes with little to no code. Users can then also test different search algorithms without having to worry about re-indexing their data or that infrastructure at all. And even today, we're still discovering more applications of corpuses. All right, now that we've explored all the extensive capabilities of corpus management, I just wanted to reiterate just how foundational this is to our intelligence engine platform. We've enabled the ability to quickly access vast data collections and directly share them with users, or to serve as a knowledge base for their AI applications. And through our automated ingesting and syncing of documents from various data sources, we can make corpus access readily available for the AI applications that users are seeking to build and integrate into their products. So currently we have a really solid foundation for our corpus management system, but I'm really excited to keep growing and improving as the AI landscape is ever changing. In the near future, we'll be exploring more techniques for improving RAG, as well as expanding the features of our platform. We'll be investigating more into the cross-encoder re-ranking. We'll look into the integrated RAG module within Weaviate. We'll look into new embedding models, more intelligent retrieval across multiple corpuses, and more. So again, this space is incredibly unique and changing at lightning speeds, but like many of us here, I'm really excited to see what's next. Thank you.